Previously, the commander threatened everyone and left from there. Next, we see two vicious monsters. One of them is Dantalian, who is pissed off because he doesn't want to see the weak side of humans. He is sick of massacring people with a single blow. Also, they are unable to fight back against him. Instead, they have started pleading for their lives. In the past, he has fought in many wars, but human always proves fragile. So, he wants to indulge the people in fighting for sake of his entertainment. On the other hand, Citri, who is a demon living in the lake, quite taking interest in this war. In the following scene, we look at Snow, who is in London and happy about it. He is scolded for not revealing the pact between Wisteria and Marbas. Also, he is asked to bring the information and also updates Nami, whom he is meeting with till 10 o'clock. But he wants to enjoy his drink without pondering about his punishment. He has no regret for saving his sister, so he goes to the bar where he meets with Luther and Doctor. They all know each other, but Luther is a mysterious guy. Luther's arm is cut off in the war and he is unable to find his family. Further, this war is describing the view of hell, where bullets are shooting from everywhere. In addition, his mysterious look is enough that is compelling Snow to explore him more. When these friends are going apart after enjoying these conversations, then Snow is following Luther. But soon he has realized that Luther is aware of his presence and that he is alone. In reality, Luther has set up this trap for Snow. Otherwise, he is not planning to meet with him. Snow looks at them and understood that Luther has made a pact with Dantalian. But he doesn't know about the power of Dantalian and Citri. Citri is two of the 13 calamities of the wasteland. Also, Citri turns into his original demon form and is about to do something. Apart from this, when Nami has realized that Snow hasn't returned, then he becomes anxious. Because Snow is not a person who doesn't listen to the orders of his seniors. So, he tells Callum that he is going to find Snow and he should update this incident seniors. In the following scene, we have looked Snow, who is bounded. They have beaten him hard, but he is not listening to them and is also not ready to listen to them. On the other hand, Citri is interested in making a pact with him. When he is not ready, then he warns him about his sister, who has already made the pact with Marbas. By hearing this, his eyes have become wide open, but he is not in the state to do something. Moreover, they all have reached the Lake District. Wisteria and Lady Diana are happy to come here because everything is pure here. And Marbas and Nabarius are fighting as usual. Although they pretend to be enemies of each other, Marbas always shares everything with him. Marbas explains the reason for coming here. He knows that the Sword Cross Knight has seen the face of Wisteria. Also, he knows that their next prey is Wisteria and he needs to do something to protect her. So, he has arrived here to take the Mist Incense Burner from Citri. It has a special ability to change the disguise of the person. He knows that this tool is in the depth of water and Marbas hates water, but he can do anything for Wisteria. However, Wisteria and Lady Diana are finding a shop when Citri calls her. Lady Diana avoids him because his personality is looking suspicious to them. But his words have frozen them on the ground because he has disclosed about his brother. To save his life, Wisteria has to go to London. She is unable to choose what she should do. When he tries to take her away with him, then Marbas gives a heroic entry. He has made his hair a sharp weapon that can kill him. Moreover, Citri transforms into the devil and starts flying, maintaining a distance from Marbas. Marbas jumps to the point that he wants his Mist Incense Burner, but he becomes disappointed when he discloses that he has already given this to Dantalian. Dantalian is the same person who has captured Wisteria's brother. Also, Citri has given two options that whom should she need to protect. Wisteria doesn't want to give him any answer. She is not in a mood to contract with a person who has trapped her brother. On the other hand, Citri throws a pendant that clearly shows them that this pendant belongs to Snow. Now, they have realized that this matter is not easy as they are considering. Scene changes when Nami goes to the alley which normal people can't explore. But he is Nami, captain who is a warrior and able to can defeat anyone with a single hit. By watching the appearance, he has understood that Luther is in front of him. However, he is not thinking that he has made a pact with a demon. In addition, Luther reveals that his disciple Snow doesn't speak a single word despite torture. After hearing this, Nami is about to attack him with the sword. But Luther also has a weapon and counterattacks with his atrocious weapon. At the same time, Nami shows his proficiency by stabbing on his knees. Also, he is going to stab him in his back. But Luther is also attentive and doesn't allow him to give another injury. He has to sit on his knee but still fights with Nami. Nami knows that he is going to win this fight because the opponent is injured. But he should know that person shouldn't consider his enemy weak. Suddenly, his rival gathers his power and throws him against the wall. Nami is unable to believe this because he has thrown him away with injured knees. Further, Luther is fighting back as if he is not injured. Also, he clears his doubts by saying that he has joined many wars that encourages him to fight with wounds. Despite this, he is worthless in the eyes of Nami because he is a warrior who wants to demolish his own country. A soldier is fighting against the enemy of his territory, but Luther had become the puppet in the hands of Dantalian. When he listens to this, he becomes angry and both start fighting. Aside from this, Dantalian is enjoying this fight after a long time. He is excited and decides not to take part in it because he knows who will win. When Dantalian is about to kill Nami, then Callum gives entry and shoots Luther. He has tried to protect his captain, but he doesn't know whom he has invited against him. Now, Dantalian has jumped into the war and is about to crush him for involving in the fight. But Nami, who can't see his subordinate dying, jumps into the fight and punches what is going to face Callum. In addition, Nami has died and Luther is praising him because he is protecting his subordinates like Snow. On the other hand, Dantalian is repenting because he doesn't want to see him dead. Also, he wants to enjoy this war. Again, he needs to find a soldier that can entertain him. Apart from this, Wisteria has decided to go with him because she can't see her brother in danger. Citri tries to make fun of her, but Marbas knows that Wisteria is a strong girl who knows what she is doing. In addition, Citri can't wait to see a war between them. Now, he has known the reason for this intense war. Scene changes when they have arrived at Charing Cross Station. By arriving at this place, Nabarius and Lady Diana have moved to locate Dantalian. When they go, then Marbas inquires what they should do. Wisteria also doesn't know that there is his brother, but she knows that he is going to meet with his friends. At the same time, Marbas clears the one thing that he is going to help her out. She has to find her brother by utilizing her capabilities. Also, she is happy because she has a firm belief in herself, and Marbas is following her. That is enough for her. Nevertheless, we look at Snow in the basement, who is about to freeze to the death. Also, he is unable to understand what is going on. He doesn't know Luther, who is his friend. Scene changes to the past, where Snow has a command to deal with the people who have been possessed by demons. After doing his work, he moves to Luther and enjoys wine there. Here, Luther is proud of himself because he is powerful. In addition, he knows that no one can beat him if he has Snow on his side. At the same time, Doc Watson arrives and a relation of friendship is built between them. Scene changes to the present, where he is cursing himself that being unable to protect Luther. However, he doesn't know when he has made pact with a demon. In the meantime, Luther arrives and Snow inquires the same question that is popping into his mind. He replies that the same answer as Dantalian will give. Luther is chasing war and he once again fight in his life and excitement. So, they have made a foolproof plan to make this peaceful London fuss with war. However, we are looking at the people who are attacked by demons. When they are turning into monsters, then they attack other people. Dantalian and Luther are enjoying this show. Soon, they are planning to make this place hell with plotting. Apart from this, we see Wisteria, who is looking for Mr. Holmes from Baker Street. She is calling for help and wants to know about Mr. Holmes, because he is the only person who can take her to her brother. In addition, Marbas is also following her and is amazed to see her determination. She has no power, but still, she wants to fight against them. This spirit makes him admire her. Just then, we look at Doc Watson, whom Wisteria considers Mr. Holmes. But he discloses that Doc Watson knows about her brother. Knowing about her brother, she is excited and tells him about her brother. She reveals that her brother is kidnapped by evil personalities and she wants to save him. On the other hand, Marbas becomes skeptical that how he can help the girl whom he doesn't know. The bar owner arrives and asks him to order something, because he can't sit idly, so he has to drink. Also, Doc Watson tells her to quit finding out about her brother. Doc Watson has decided to help her and find Snow. In the following scene, we see the commander of the Sword Cross Knight. He has arrived to meet with Mr. Holmes. He knows that Mr. Holmes is somewhat involved in this and can take him to the real culprit. Also, he inquires about where he can find him. Apart from this, they come out of the bar, and Marbas is drunk enough to lose consciousness. Even he is unable to understand when they have to leave the place. He is stumbling but still wants to protect Wisteria. On the other hand, Dantalian and Luther are watching the Sword Cross Knight's soldier, who is taking care of the knight. At the same time, Citri looks at Wisteria and has recognized her. Now, his evil mind has made a plan and also wants to include Dantalian in it. He has given him a mist incense burner, and in exchange, he tells him not to interfere in this fight. Dantalian needs to learn what he is up to, but the thing is, he knows that something is going to happen. He moves to Wisteria and makes her still with his voice. Also, she has recognized his voice and was in a state of shock. Doc Watson can't put her life in danger, so he holds her in his arms and starts running from there. Wisteria has realized how powerful these demons are. Also, she can't neglect the Marbas sacrifice when Marbas has helped her first time faces serious injuries. So, she can't put his life in danger. Snow and Marbas are important to her so that she can choose anyone. She shouldn't mess with them alone because they can crumple her anytime. However, when a human possessed by a demon surrounds her, she doesn't know what she should do. She calls Marbas for help and is ready to make another contract to save her brother's life. Marbas arrives, and a red piercing laser starts falling on the monster. She is happy that he has arrived at the right time and wiped out all the monsters. But Marbas hasn't killed the humans, they are all alive, safe and sound. Firstly, Marbas apologized to Wisteria for coming here late. After that, he tells Doc Watson to take care of the patient. In the meantime, he is going to take her with him. Wisteria also wants to know about the contract details, but Marbas thinks there are better times to discuss it. On the other hand, Citri, who is watching from the roof, is in wrath. He is also astonished that Marbas has eliminated his army within a second. So, he is burning with the fire of revenge. He has jumped to the war and will attack Marbas from the back. But Marbas, who always remains attentive, knows how to deal with him well. He throws him away with the power of his hair. When he falls, Citri realizes that Marbas is strong enough to beat him because they are from the same era. So, he has decided to use Prototype, which is the tool owned by Dantalian. Smoke appears from the tool, and when it clears out, Marbas feels the high-class monster's power. Apart from this, Dantalian is also angry because Citri is using his weapon for this kind of petty thing. He has realized why Citri asks him to stay out of this matter. When the smoke clears out, he looks at Nami, who has the potential to obliterate Marbas. So, Marbas decided to run away despite facing him. On the other hand, Citri and Dantalian are enjoying their situation. Nami is possessed by an upper rank 3 demons and Marbas cannot believe it. So, he is trying to dodge his attack. But one of them, Nami's sword attack, has wounded him and made him fall to the ground. Now, he can't go anywhere except to face him. Wisteria has also known that Citri has planned this situation for her. If Marbas kills Nami, her brother will hate him for killing his best friend. Wisteria is also in a rage and has decided to take a decision. She tells Marbas to throw the key and Marbas does as she says. Also, she can use a limited release attack that is extraordinary. Marbas has also become powerful and she has control of the fire. The fires have surrounded them and now they are in a situation where they can knock down anyone. Citri is shocked that Wisteria has used his master attack and becomes mad. He is annoyed that how a lowly girl like Wisteria can use his master-worthy attack. But Marbas can't allow him to reach Wisteria, and 3 sharp lasers penetrate his body. However, he cannot stand and is bent on his knees. Marbas knows that Wisteria cannot tolerate the pressure because she is weak. Now, she has also fallen and Marbas is impressed with her, who has helped him a lot in the fight. Suddenly the commander arrives, who has become more potent. He also watches Nami, who is possessed by demons. By watching the situation of his subordinates, he becomes angry and teaches him a lesson. He beats Citri hard with his power and even wants to kill him. Dantalian, who is watching them, can't let him die. So, he jumps into the fight and creates smoke on the ground. When the smoke disappears, he has taken Citri away. Although they are disappointed that they have lost this war, they have prepared another surprise for them. On the other hand, Luther is turning Snow into a monster. When he turns into a demon, Wisteria will be shocked. Also, it won't be easy to knock him down. Scene changes, where they have to fight with them. They think Marbas has become fragile and they can easily knock him down. But they need to be made aware of the evil side of Marbas. He has seen Wisteria's stamina run out and becomes furious. So, he has decided to use limited release and transforms into Beast of Flame. It looks as if Volcano has burst out and he has become the most powerful demon. Even Citri and Dantalian, who are watching Marbas, become shocked, because they are expecting his death. Now, he has turned into a beast and doesn't allow Wisteria to sleep, because she needs to wake up to make him smile. She updates him that the time is memorable when he was with her in the church. This makes Marbas smile and he takes out the massive fireball at them. They can dodge it, but a deep hole has been created in the ground. Also, Marbas believes he doesn't want to kill them. Instead, he aims to live a calming life with Wisteria and see the world. But some evil demon has entrapped her brother, so he needs to protect him first. However, they are unable to understand the feeling of Wisteria. But Marbas criticizes him because they can't understand the loyal motions of Wisteria. After saying this, Marbas disappears. In the following scene, we look at Luther, who has engrossed in his previous memories. He is thinking about his family, whom he has forgotten. After returning from the war, the only memories popping around his memories are war moments. Even his appearance has entirely changed. At the same time, he meets with Dantalian, who admires him a lot because he is soldier and has faced many wounds. Both have the same thoughts, so they have decided to make a pact with each other. Apart from this, Dantalian notices he is thinking about his family, but he changes his opinion when he says he is fighting with his last memories. By doing this, he is becoming intense in combating them. Dantalian has understood and praises his strategies. On the other hand, Luther has also noticed the happiness on his face, so he clears his doubt by saying that he has found his opponent. Also, he will participate in the battle and knocks down Marbas soon. It's also thrilling for Luther because he is the same as his master Dantalian. In addition, we look at Wisteria in the church. When she awakes, she remembers the time she spent here. Also, no one was there to help her when she was there. Her sole happiness is Marbas, who comes to meet with her. Further, she must be made aware of whether her brother is alive. By making a pact with Marbas, she has found many friends and is thankful to him for it. On the contrary, Marbas blames himself for being responsible for Wisteria's adverse situation. But Wisteria clears his misunderstanding because he is the only one who keeps her happy. Also, she thinks she is responsible for Marbas' wounds because he gets severely injured whenever he tries to help her. Wisteria is thinking of developing a relationship of friendship between them. But Marbas is not interested in him because he thinks Snow is bold and filled with pride. But Wisteria makes him understand the value of family. Just then Mr. Holmes and Doc Watson arrive. They tell her that they are Snow's friends and reveal that Snow is finding her most. Also, he has assigned a task to him that whenever he meets with his sister, he will update about him. So, they have decided to help them to locate them. In addition, Mr. Holmes knows about the presence of Marbas. He also knows that he is still here and watching them. When Mr. Holmes says that he can disclose the location of Dantalian, Marbas appears, because he also wants to locate Snow for the sake of Wisteria. But he needs clarification on him about why he is helping the demon. There are two purposes behind this help. First, Snow is his friend. Second, he wants to wipe out the demon-possessed incident in London. Marbas is also going to keep away Wisteria from joining him. He knows how Wisteria feels for her brother, so he can go on her behalf and save her brother. Wisteria wants to go with him but cannot go against his decision again. Now, Marbas knows the location and moves to protect Snow. Apart from this, Marbas has reached his destination and can do anything to save him. Also, Dantalian and Luther are passing by when they notice Marbas. Dantalian appreciates him for finding his location. But Marbas cuts the crap and reveals he is here for Wisteria's brother. Dantalian, who wants to wipe out the Sword Cross Knight headquarters, decides to hand him over. But Luther discloses that he has turned him into a demon, so there is no place to get him back. Dantalian gets angry about why he has turned him demon without his permission, but he explains that he has done all this for his sake. Now, Dantalian has understood and explains that they can return him, so he should keep the matter neat. But Marbas is thinking about Wisteria, who will not oppose him, but he knows that she will remain upset till her death. He can't see her like that and becomes angry because he wants to punish them. Dantalian is unable to understand his anger because he should be happy. After all, they are going to eliminate the Sword Cross Knight. As Marbas is his demon, he should be happy about this victory. But Marbas is not one of them and he wants to lead a peaceful life with Wisteria. They are creating trouble on this relaxing journey, so he has decided to beat them. Now, he has transformed into a beast and punches Dantalian with his punch. Also, Dantalian is impressed with his power, but he again stands up to fight back against him. Marbas is attacking with his short hair, but dodging his attack. When Marbas throws fireballs at him, he doesn't dodge them. He faces it because he admires the impressive statue who fought in the war. Marbas has understood that he is a psychopath. He ridicules Marbas, who has made a pact with a weak one. All this conversation is making him angry. An iconic level fight starts in which both are attacking each other. One attack will hit Luther, but he is attentive and dodges it with his sword. Dantalian becomes worried about him, but he tells him to remain calm, because his contractor is strong enough to protect himself. Dantalian becomes more excited and ready to knock Marbas down after hearing this. Marbas knows that their relations are like theirs, but they are leading their life for evil purposes. For a second, his attention gets diverted and Dantalian avails this opportunity. He is in his back and breaks his horn, which is compulsory for demons. This is the core part of the demon that circulates the power inside the demon's body. But he has now weakened and transformed into a human. He is feeling pain and exhausted. But only one thing is popping into his mind: Wisteria will get upset when she knows about it. So, he is unable to go through this matter quickly. He is again transformed into a beast and about to attack him. But Dantalian is too fast and not only dodges his attack but also going to punish him by breaking another horn. At the same time, Neburis arrives and gets ready to fight with him. Also, he is watching the pathetic condition of Marbas. Dantalian has no concern about fighting more because he wants to go to headquarters. Here, he wants to wipe out the Sword Cross Knight. So, they vanish by using prototypes. They have yet to give a chance to Nabarius to fight back against them. Before going, they remember to invite them to the fight. Marbas is repenting for what has gone, but Nabarius has decided to help him. Also, they are going to interrupt them in their desirable mission. Nabarius is supporting him to stand and they have headed. To watch the previous part, click the left video and subscribe to Annie Summary for more anime recaps.